Welcome back to my channel and to a new video. So this is part 2 of my spring and Easter decorate with me video. If you didn't catch part 1, I put that out on Tuesday. I'll have a link for it in the description box below. Usually for Easter, we revamp the entire house, lots of light colors and bring in lots of pillows, but I wasn't feeling that this year. I was feeling a very simple change, so I've made some few simple changes on my last video just to bring the house up into spring here downstairs. But today we're going to focus on the dining table. So my dining table, dark wooden dining table, and normally for Easter I would probably put a light tablecloth. Now last year, I will leave the link in the description box below for last year's video, I put a grey tablecloth and everything was very light and airy. But this year, like I said, I'm going to lean into sort of the darker colors that I have. Spring, the changes was only the tulips there and obviously the Easter eggs I hung up there. But we're going to turn this table into a sort of Mad Hatter Easter tea party. I'm going to see if I can do it. I've been pulling out a lot of stuff. So this is what I have so far. These mushrooms I bought at a garden center a few years ago. I love them so much. I think they're for outdoors, but I like to decorate with them inside, especially for autumn. But I think they would really work with the Mad Hatter theme. So we're going to go with that. I've just picked out some of these sort of little party tiered trays that I have. I had this bottle I thought would be fun to add in. I think it was an old whiskey bottle from my mother-in-law. And really what inspired this tablescape was this egg. I looked at it and I thought, oh, this reminds me of like sort of a Mad Hatter sort of Easter tablescape could work. So I'm going to use this egg. I've got a set of old cards. It's an old, so you see it's all sort of brown and yellowy in color because it is quite an old card set, and it comes in this sort of beautiful leather bound pouch. My mother-in-law gave this to me, but I don't know the story behind it. I probably should find out. We've got these plants that I bought. We've already got some flowers. They're so pretty. I'm really thrilled with them. This is what we're going to use to make our Easter tree. So our Easter tree is called a poscrease. You take birch trees like this or branches and you put them in and you hang feathers and eggs. So that's going to be the centerpiece of our table. And then I've also got beautiful books my husband had ages ago. So I'm going to use them to tie in the red theme that's going on in my sitting room. So I've got my tripod out today because I'm not going to be able to film and walk around. I'm going to prop you up here and then we'll see how far I get and what it turns out like. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's going to be really nice. So let's get started. We've got no bunnies for here, but we've got a lot of Easter eggs. Now this one is definitely the star of the show, so I want to have him over there. Oh gosh, I'm looking at the tablescape on the screen and I'm absolutely loving it. Please give me a thumbs up if you think this is looking awesome for Easter. With speckled eggs like this, which I thought would really work nicely with the theme as well. They are to hang on the tree, but we don't need to. I think I'm just going to do feathers on the tree for this year. See, I have a big bunch of eggs. I'm going to try and pull out the eggs that are a little bit more speckled. I mean, these ones are really cute. They're on sticks, so they could be added into these sort of things where you just stick them in. Let me bring that closer, as you can see. So it's going to look very pretty. I have probably another one I could add in. I'm thinking one looks just right. Now these sort of fluffy ones I'm planning to use upstairs because they're a little bit more small spring like. Oh, I've got these smaller ones as well, so maybe one of those could go in here as well. A small and a big. Yes. Oof. Yeah. One in there. I thought this size looked. Those there. What I'm going to do, I thought I was going to fill up some of these with some Easter eggs. That will be fun. Obviously I'm going to have to buy more. I don't have enough for all 3 of them. Also have this sort of speckled edging around, which I thought was really fun. You could just add it onto your tablescape if you wanted, and it was a sort of edible, little edible Easter eggs. They're also really, really pretty and really cute. I did this last year as well. But so that's what that looks like. Look at these, they're all blooming up. They're so pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, this is what we have going on so far for our Easter tablescape this year. I think it's really whimsical, unusual. I don't know, maybe it's not that unusual, but but I'm loving it. I think it's really, really gorgeous. So the last bits that we need to do on the table here is add some feathers to the post grease that's over there, and obviously set the table. But I'm not sure if I'm going to set the table or not, but I have some glasses. Yes, these ones I was thinking would go really, really well. Look at them. They are so pretty. They're from my mum. She had them in her home when I was growing up, and I absolutely love them. I had a fondness for them in the house. But let's put these ones on first. So, and then one maybe over here. Maybe one over there. Keeping with the sort of dark reddish theme. But I'm loving it. It's so fun. I'm gonna make some muffins we can put up there, some lemon muffins. We're gonna buy a few more Easter eggs to fill up the jars over there, and then we're gonna be good. Let's put on some of the feathers here. I'm gonna show you how we do that. Got a very thin wire, and it's wrapped around there, and then you just attach it to the sprig. So that's what I'm going to do now. I should have some yellow on this, or keep it very brown. I don't know. Maybe I should ask my husband. He's very good at these things, you know, keeping an eye. I do all the work, and he comes in and he goes, oh, you know, maybe you should change this and you should change that, and that would look nice. And I'm like, I just finished everything. And then he would like, and I'll change it, and then of course he's right. Really lovely thing to have on your table for Easter. So if you are wanting to emulate this style, you just need to buy some feathers, thin wire, and obviously just attach it to the bottom of the feather and attach it to some branches. It doesn't have to be birch branches. This is what they use here traditionally, so I'm using it. These are from last year. I saved them. I even used these for Christmas on my Christmas wreath on the mirror, because they were just easy. They were really give it a lot of movement, and it was easy to store, so I had them. You can buy these, but why would I buy them every year if I can save money on storing them? Not that they're very expensive. So now I've added this little thing here that says drink me. I found this in my cupboard. It was just a little oil decanter, I think, but it's perfect. So it just worked so perfectly here. And I had an old muffin in the freezer, so I took that out. I just added some pink icing, and I have written obviously a little tag that says eat me. So I'm trying to find things that introduce the Alice in Wonderland type of theme going on here. Mad Hatt's Tea Party. Unfortunately, I don't have any granny sort of looking tea sets, but this teapot's gonna have to work. And I am thinking maybe I should put some something in here, but if we had brunch, we could use that for some orange juice. Just light some of the candles. I'm using all the old candles that I had before. I had some pastel. So this is what the tablescape looks like from a distance. So I'll take you in closer. This is a cheese tray. I put in the cards there. Got some eggs here. This is the egg motif that inspired the entire thing. We've got our vintage books over here. I've got these sort of really old school or like sort of vintage glasses here with some eggs. We've got the old vintage cards that we had here. My mum's vintage glasses. I've got a lot of old stuff. This is a beautiful mushrooms that we found. I do have some butterflies at school, so I think I'm going to bring them home and add them to the tablescape to make it look a little bit whimsical. And I will show you the full tablescape later when I've done that. So I've got some candles, and obviously these ones. This one I did upside down, and this is the påskris, which is a typical Swedish Easter decoration. So I think everything so far is done, but I need to get a few butterflies. I think they would look really, really sweet on the table, and we are done for Easter downstairs. So I hope you enjoyed part 2 of my Decorate With Me video when I did my tablescape for Easter. I am hoping you'd give this a thumbs up. If you've got some ideas and tips and tricks, give it a thumbs up if you do, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.